Welcome back, race fans. Tonight we are here at CoTA, Circuit of the Americas, for the Rick Tech Cup Series. Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. Round 3 of the chase here, presented by MaxSpeedTV. Of course, myself, Joshua Medlock, and here Joshua Medlock again because James Shane will stuff here. And got him a new mic. We're going to be working out some kinks here. But James, glad to have you, bud, out here. And man, doing a little road course racing for round 3, bud.
I'm excited for it. I'm a big fan of the road courses, so hopefully it'll be a good time. I haven't ran much here at Circuit of the Americas, but like I said, I'm excited for it. It should be a good race.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, well, that sounds much. We're going to go ahead and get to the pre-race analytics here real quick, folks. An air temp of 72, a track temp of 103. Now, it started at 109 when the lobby opens. It has dropped down some, but it is still a little warm out there. Now, they're going to be pulling 35 laps here tonight, 119.91 miles. Now, they do get a total of 5 sets, 4 in the pits, but they're not going to need them all. There are no cautions on road courses except locally enforced. Now, the fuel window is going to be about the same as what it was yesterday in the Xfinity Series, about 15 laps. So this is definitely going to be a 2-stop race, James. They're not going to be able to make it on one.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have to at least stop. Let's see, once, twice to be safe. It depends on how the race plays out. Honestly, you can save a lot of fuel around these road courses with shifting and stuff like that. If you don't get it too high into the RPM range, it'll save a lot of fuel over a fuel run. So there's going to be some strategy involved with tonight. I think. Well, we're just going to have to wait and see how it plays out, I guess.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, well, pit road here is 40 miles an hour. We're only going to see that pace speed once. That is 45 miles an hour. However, let's get down here to the standings because, well, James, I don't know if you've taken a look at it or not, but boy, they are really, really close. We got a tie for that top spot between Brendan L. Book and GT Hawkins at 1091. Now, Garrett D. Grant's not too far back either. He is in 11th there. Back again. He's in 11th, or he is in third, 11 behind Garrett Heath there, up 2 spots at, of course, 1073, 7 behind Garrett, 18 behind the leader. Bryce Sinisak is up 4 spots, 1071 in 5th, 2 behind Garrett and 20 behind the leader. David Weishart down 2 into 6th, 1068, 3 behind Bryce, 23 behind the leader. Tyler Hallman up a spot into 7th at 1066, 2 points behind David and 25 behind the leader. Justin Michael and Mike Rominger, James, are actually tied here for that 8th spot. Justin up 3, Mike up 2, 1061, 5 behind Tyler and 30 behind the leader. David Elliott and Michael Thwaites also tied for that 10th spot, 1060 between them both. David's going to stay where he's at from last week. Michael Thwaites is going to be down 4, 1 point behind Mike and 31 behind the leader. Jacob Manning going to round out that top 12 here in the chase, battling for that championship at 1051. He is 9 behind Michael and David, and 40 behind the leader and 40 points, man. Round 3. Jacob, I do believe, is here, so he could definitely pick up some points coming in.
Yeah, all Jacob needs is a good finish. Stay consistent, keep the car in between the lines. It seems like these road courses, as long as you don't get any off tracks or get off the racing surface, you can capitalize on a lot of people's mistakes, and that's all he needs to focus on, is to not have any mistakes and just keeping it pointed in the right direction.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, well, that is the point standings coming into tonight. We got 4 watching, 2 likes here, but we haven't even got things started. We are going to go ahead and step away and play the national anthem provided by Madison Rising. So, folks, don't go anywhere. Qualifying will be underway when we come back.
Oh, say, can you see proudly we hail, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave o'er the land under the frame, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, gave way for the land under the frame, and the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxSpeedTV.
Alrighty, folks, we're back, and qualifying is underway here tonight. No times have rolled in yet, so while they are doing that, now they get 10 minutes, 2 laps. All road courses are 10 minutes, and I believe it's going to be a 10-minute drivers meeting or warm-up as well, James. So, kind of going into a road course, they kind of change things up just a little bit to, give the drivers more time, because it takes quite a little bit to get around this track.
Oh yeah. Any road course, for that matter. I know when we ran Canadian Tire earlier in the season, it was, you had your out lap and then your 2 time laps, and even with that 10-minute time clock there for qualifying, you used up most of it.
Already down to 6 minutes here, so while they're doing that, James, and we're waiting for times to roll in, I'm going to turn over the team points over to James Shane Wolf. He is going to not only go the overall, but he is going to go down the Cup Series. Well, James, mic is yours.
Alrighty, overall team points, we got GT Motorsports leading with 5,074. Second place is Samson Motorsports with 4,776. In third place is Primetime Motorsports with 4,589. Fourth place, we have JW Racing with 4,436. And in fifth place, rounding it out for the teams, is Jacob Bell Racing with 3,389. Now, as far as Cup standings goes for the team points, we have GT Motorsports topping the charts there with 1,803. Samson Motorsports is a pretty close behind with 1,750. Third place is Primetime with 1,649. JW Racing is fourth with 1,528. And then in fifth place, we have Jacob Bell Racing with 1,109. So the Cup points and the overall team points seem to be uh, pretty even.
Oh yeah, definitely. Gonna be close. I would say a really, really close battle going into the final two races. For all across the series here from the ARCA Cup Series. Now, this is the last road season. Next week we will go to Chicagoland. That is going to be a late afternoon race, so I'm assuming it's going to transition into night. If I'm not mistaken, that's how late afternoon. However, that's going to be 167 laps next week at Chicagoland. After the night, I think we're going to have a shakeup in the points, but I don't think it's going to be as big as what we think, even though we have, like 16, 17 drivers out here, so a little bit bigger of a field than we had yesterday.
Yeah, there's plenty of space to lose points if you mess up. So all these chase guys are really going to be on top of it tonight. They've got to focus. They've got to get their mind right. This is such a long track, big track, that there's so many opportunities to make mistakes. But in the same aspect, there's so many opportunities to capitalize on people making mistakes. So as long as these guys can keep their head down, keep their car pointed in the right direction, I don't think they'll have anything to worry about.
Well, times are starting to roll. James Tyler Hallman right now for the top spot here, but everybody except for David Elliott out here on the track. Now, I do want to make note here, James, last night in the Xfinity Series, I don't know if you got a chance to watch it or, kind of peek and seen what happened, but 33 of David Weishart and the 14 of G. Hawkins, man, oh man, you want to talk about a battle there between. It came down to GT and David Weishart. GT, of course, he did come home with the win last night, so he is looking to sweep CoTA. I think it's going to be close, though. I think David learned a lot from last night, and I think GT did as well. But these Cup cars, they're a different animal when it comes to road courses.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like I said, I don't know much about Circuit of the Americas. I think
either.
I've ran 5 laps here in total. I bought the track, tried it out, realized how much I didn't like it, and haven't ran it since. So I can't even give you a comparison from the Xfinity to Cup cars. I have no clue when it comes to this place.
Yeah, and I learned, I've seen it for the first time last night in the Xfinity Series. I bought it Monday. Still have never turned a lap here. I'm not very good at road courses. I wouldn't even probably make it out of the pits, let alone around turn 1. Turn 1 here is sharp.
Yes, it is. If it's anything like it was for the official races, I tried to run an official race here. There is very little grip getting back on throttle. I was cooking the back tires every time I touched the gas. I had a hard time finding any lateral grip, any mechanical grip. It felt like the car was on ice. There wasn't a whole lot of grip around here. Can't tell if that's the same deal tonight. And these guys are just doing such a good job to make up for that, or if it's a little bit better than it has been in the past.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm going back here to the Xfinity Series, kind of check out, what happened yesterday. So exactly what error. guess just. All right, well, coming down to the final 45 seconds here. I don't have a poll put out there here tonight, but I do want to go ahead and get to the shout outs here, James. Of course, our admins here tonight, the boss man Ed Morris and Sean Kokorin down there in the admin tower. A big shout out to them admitting for the Cup Series this season. A big shout out to Frank Rico and the team over there at Rick Motec for what they do, not only with Extreme, but here on iRacing as well. They are widely known. Of course, they got some great products. I personally don't have any myself, but I've heard they have some great products out there. Check them out at www.rickmotec.com or on Facebook, facebook.com/rickmotec. Big shout out to Jonathan for putting on an awesome league. And a big shout out to all the fans out there tuning in. Thank you, y'all. And of course, James Shane Wolf up here in the for Thursday Night Cup Series Extreme here. So, James, again, thank you so much for coming in tonight and going to help me call the no caution road course. There are no cautions. All right, GT Hawkins is going to come away with the win. Wow, I'm already ready to go, James. Did he? Not hearing him talk. Remember, you're on push to talk, James. All right, they are going to be in the drivers' meeting here tonight, folks. So, I got picks. Throw them in chat. 3 watching, 3 likes. Still trying to figure out what's going on with Mr. James Shane Wolf here tonight. James could be. That could be so. All right, GT on pole. David there going to be starting on the outside of him in second. That's kind of like what we started yesterday. While they are in the drivers' meeting here, folks, we'll go here. I know road course racing going to be a little bit different. I'd have a few to go down here.
I think I fixed my mic issues. I'm hoping.
Maybe
there
it'll
sound
is.
a little bit better. Sorry about that. I was trying to get everything worked out so there was no more feedback.
All right, we got him back. Well, right now we're just waiting for the drivers' meeting here to end, James. We're going to get GT up here and have a chit-chat with him. Heck, we might even bring up David Weishart here, too. This is the way they started yesterday as well.
Yeah, that's a really good lap put down by GT. I mean, 8/10 of a second faster almost, or pretty much exact. So that's a real good lap there. I know race pace is going to be a little bit slower, but awesome lap there by GT.
Oh yeah, awesome lap by GT. He's 13s. David Weishart at 8-1. Jacob 009. I don't see any ties out here. Kind of hard to get a tie at a road.
Yeah.
Should be pretty interesting. I'm hoping. Now, Chase Johnson, James, last night came up in the booth and helped me in the Xfinity Series last night. I got to say, he did a fantastic job for this, first time being up here. It's a different perspective. You've been with me for a little bit now. You're kind of getting the idea. Still fairly new to you, never done it, but it's a different perspective. It's not like you're down there racing. You're seeing every.
Yeah, it definitely gives you a new outlook on the whole thing. Makes you have a bigger appreciation for the admins, understanding how rough their job is. Heat of the moment when you're racing, sometimes you may not like their calls, but at the end of the day, they do an awesome job. They do everything they can. They try and call it as fair as they can. So a bunch of credit to them, because being up here and seeing some of these cautions and stuff and thinking how I would call it and this, that, and the other, and then seeing how they call it, and why they called it that way, and understanding all that, it's like, okay, that makes a little bit more sense now. So a bunch of credit to the admins for putting up with us, I guess, babysitting us through all 4 series.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's technically 5 series here. You
Yep.
do have the super late models on Sunday. Now the points there are totally different and separated from the from the Monday through Thursday. However, it's still extreme. That's technically Sunday night would be your lower tier, lowest, and then you go to the ARCA and then trucks, Xfinity Cup, blah blah blah. But all the points from Sunday is totally separated from the 4 main series.
Yeah, we don't have team points down there. I've been running it this season. I love the cars. They allowed me to run with them this season. Jump down there from ARCA, but yeah, I love the cars. They don't have team points. They still have teams, but it's, like you said, a developmental series for people to get their feet wet inside of Extreme. Learn the rule book, learn the way things are done around here. It's a great series to be a part of. I'm hoping it transfers on to next season as well, that they do it again. I'd like to get more people in there, so if anybody is interested in joining an Extreme, if you whether or not you think you're ready for a league, or if you haven't ran a league before, they're open to anybody, man. They will help anybody out. Anybody in Extreme will help you out if you ask them questions. It doesn't matter, regardless of teams. This is a family
Oh yeah.
atmosphere. So don't be afraid to get in here and rub some fenders with some of these guys that you watch.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, well, we're gonna go ahead and get him up here, all pro center here tonight, Mr. GT Hawkins. Now, GT won't help anybody, but that's beside the point. GT, how you doing, bud? GT Hawkins, there. I don't think he wants to talk.
Wants to keep the speed secrets for himself.
I guess so. I moved him up here. He's our pole sitter, and there he is.
There he is.
Sorry.
All right, had to step away real quick. See, I told you he don't like helping nobody. I mean, am I right? No, I'm just playing GT. Well, GT, we're going to start like we did yesterday in the Xfinity Series. You up there on the pole, and Mr. David Weishart there going to be on the outside of you, bud. I could ask you the same questions. However, this is the Cup car. How does it feel?
It's definitely, it feels a little snugger. I mean, I think overall it's got a little more speed, but the braking's a little bit stiffer. Like, it doesn't seem like it brakes as well, maybe, or I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I mean, if I can have half the battle that I had with David last night, I'll be happy.
Oh, half the battle? Really?
I mean, last night was all I could ask for.
That was amazing.
In sim racing, it was so much fun.
Oh yeah, that was amazing. But y'all two bumping and banging, and I think y'all just burnt y'all stuff up there. It was coming down to the wire, and passing here, passing there. Do you think we're going to see that again tonight? I mean, we got one of your teammates up here too. Well, no, I'm going to start back a little. Oh, he's up here. We might as well say he's starting in 5th. So, a couple of teammates up here. Do you think, maybe it's going to be communication here at the start of the race?
There's not really a whole lot of communication you can do on a road course amongst teammates. I mean, unless we're racing by each other, there's, it's kind of every man for himself out here.
All righty, GT. Well, awesome job out here tonight again, grabbing the pole. James, anything for GT Hawkins?
No, man, you pretty much covered it.
All right, GT. Good luck down there, bud.
Thanks. Have a good night.
Yep. All right. Well, we won't have a chance to interview anybody else coming down to the final 50 seconds here pretty quickly. All righty, folks. We got 3 watching. I want to get some shares out there. Like and subscribe if you're new. Get it out there. Share it as well. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, MySpace, and on the job site, LinkedIn. Go that far. And all the support. Get some people out here watching to check out Extreme on their website at www.extreme99.com. Plain and simple. That is the website. And I got to say, I've been here with Extreme, and I've met a lot of people. A lot of people come and go, and just seems like every season it gets better and better.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. It seems like it grows every season too, man. We've been filling up these rosters pretty quickly. I know when I first got on the service here on iRacing, this is the league a lot of folks talked about. I know I wanted to get in it for a while and just wasn't able to. I wasn't quick enough to pay entry fees and stuff like that. But the last 3 seasons in here have been a blast, man. I am so glad to be a part of it. Now being up here in the booth with you, you know, getting to do the kind of background type stuff with this, seeing it from all angles, it makes me appreciate the league even more, man. I love it.
Yeah, it is a great league here tonight. We're going to get them on the MaxSpeedTV starting grid here, and we're going to flip it. James, get us going here, bud, with the starting grid, top 10.
All right. First place, we're going to have GT Hawkins. He's got the pole tonight. Second, we got David Weishart. So hopefully we see another battle like we did last night between them two. Third place, Jacob Manning. Fourth, we have Garrett Grant. Fifth is going to be Brendan Book. Sixth is going to be Garrett Heath. Seventh is Bryce Senesac. Eighth is going to be Tyler Hallman. Ninth is Rob Haynes. And 10th is Michael Thwaites.
All right, Krista DeBoer going to round it out here in 11th and qualifying. John Sterling going to pick up that final bonus point there in that 12th spot. Just missing it is going to be Chase Johnson there in 13th. Justin Wright out in 14th. David Elliott start 15th, not qualifying. Mike Rominger in 16th here, and that's going to round out the field here with team drivers here.
Yeah, pretty good field, pretty good sized field for a road course. I know a lot of guys don't like them, so it's nice to see a decent car count here tonight, especially with it being the chase. You know, a lot of guys, they don't make the chase, and it's a track that they don't like. Some of them tend to just not show up. They'd rather play it safe, not cause any issues for chase drivers. And it's nice to see such a pretty large field for one, a road course, and two, a road course in the chase. This is kind of throwing it out there.
Gonna be a dinger, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a twist here, putting a road course in the middle of the chase. So props to the admins on that, you know, and throwing this in there. It's a toss up, really. Anything can happen here. It's almost as bad as a plate track. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, that pace car, not to interrupt you there, James, but it's going to be off and away, and here we go, coming around. Final quarter here, it's going to be in GT's hands. He can go now, really, at any time, and it looks like he is going to be on the loud pedal. Here we go, folks. Boogity, 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 racing again tonight at CoTA, Circuit of the Americas. Oh, and that is round 3 of the chase, by the way. And we going to see some 3-wide passing action back here.
Oh, look like somebody locked the brakes up there a little bit.
Woo. This is where everybody's going to start getting spread out. They got around turn 1 okay. That is a good thing. Now they're going to be snaking through these double S's, as I like to call them, James. And I mean, it's just right turn, left turn, right turn, left turn, right turn, left. I mean, you're on that wheel.
Yeah, man, it's a demanding track for sure. It's a rhythm track at that, with it being such a large track, so it's tough. There's nothing easy about this place.
Oh no, and you see the different elevations too. You know, we'll do gyro cams cockpit with Jarvis here tonight. Since, you know, really that's all we're going to be able to do. We can't interview anybody. I don't interview anybody while they're racing. That's just something I can't do, and especially on a road course, that would make no sense. I'd be stacking up the whole field.
Oh yeah, definitely be a little bit of a braking concentration.
Oh, the 5 and the 1 go door to door. That's Jacob Manning and Brendan Book back here for 4th and 5th. They went door to door there.
Garrett Heath in the mix there as well.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Bryce Sinisat, Tyler Hallman. I don't think that battle though's over with between Jacob Manning and Brendan Book. You know the thing about road course games, and I've never mentioned this, but I'm going to go ahead and do it tonight because this is the final road course. You can make enemies at a road course.
Oh yeah, you can definitely upset some people. It's very easy. As we see Book right there, it looks like he got into the back of him just a little bit. I don't think it was malicious in any way, but still, just that little bit of accidental contact could really upset another guy.
Oh, and this sharp first corner, dang near a full 190. I would put it at about 160, 170, but, you know, it's almost a 190-degree turn.
Yeah, I mean, it's like making a U-turn, man. You got to really slow up for it, not lock the brakes up. And it's a tricky one for sure.
GT has led 1 lap. We're on lap 2. We got 34 to go, James.
Ought to be a pretty quick race.
Well, I thought last night was going to be pretty quick, and it actually lasted a little longer than I thought it would. You know.
Really?
Yeah, I think about 9:50, 9:30, something like that.
Okay.
So I mean, this track is 3.426 miles, and it takes, you know, over what, 2 minutes to get around this track.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
And that doesn't count, you know, green flag pit stops, which we are going to have here tonight. That don't count all that.
Brendan just made the pass on Jacob Manning there for, I believe that's 4th place.
He hasn't completed it
Oh,
yet.
not yet.
Oh, buddy.
Thought
Boy.
Brendan was going to shut the door on him there.
Yes, he sure did. Oh, we got to pass behind him, though. Garrett Heath getting a spot back there, I do believe. He's getting a spot back, but he is still down a spot back in 7th. He did get around a non-teammate there of Tyler Hallman. Tyler hanging out back here where he started in 8th already. We got Rob Haynes, and I was picking on Rob here earlier. I said, you know that movie Wreck-It Ralph? And no, not sponsored by Wreck-It Ralph, but do you know that movie?
Yeah.
I got a new one, Wreck-It Rob. I gotta pick on our favorite Canadian. Rob's a good old guy. Rob though, hanging on there in 9th where he started. David Elliott chilling out. David though, he's up 5 spots, cracking the top 10 and 10th.
Yeah, David is on the move.
All right, we got Rudy Cummings in chat here tonight asking if that was it's me. No, I put it in chat there, bud. This is James Shane Wolf here. He's actually on Thursday nights he's unbiased. The rest of the time he's a Samson driver. So, he's up here with me, gonna be calling the action. If I got to turn him up, I will. Now this is Mr. James Shane Wolf here. And we got a battle here for the lead. David Weishart and GT Hawkins. Here we go again, James.
Looks like Weishart's going to be able to complete the pass. Go down into a real tough braking zone.
Oh, yes. I wonder if GT's just going to let him leave lap to be special. And again, these two might be just trying to save a little bit early on here.
Yep.
Here, you know, it's a long race.
Then, like we said earlier, there is going to be some strategy that comes into play. GT could ride behind David and make him drive his car harder than he wants to.
Yeah,
burning stuff
GT's
up.
going to be able to save.
Yep, exactly.
I don't think you can save 5 laps here. I really. You might be able to save 1. Maybe, if you're lucky, get 2. I don't see any way of saving 5 laps after the first round of green flag pits. I really don't.
Yeah, it's going to be cut close. But like you said, you know, if we could save 2 laps, that's going to put the second fuel run to, what, 33 laps?
We're looking at about, I would say, okay, so I'm going to average it out here. We'll just go with a simple math, but 15. So say you pit at lap 15, it'll be 30. Now, if you can save 2 laps, you know, on the start of this race, that'll put it at about lap 17. So if you go 17 and 17, looking at what is it? That's 34.
34.
So you're still going to be 1 lap short.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't foresee them going to be able to do, you know, be able to save that many laps. I think it's going to come down to, you know, pitting at 30 or pitting at 15. Then you pit at 30. You run it down a little bit, and you come back down pit road. Get that final flash of fuel you need. That way you know you're going to make it because there's no caution. And then you're good to go. Oh, Brennan Book locking it down. Jacob Manning on the outside. You seen that too, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Well, 10 watching here tonight. We got 5 likes already. Well, man, I'm liking this. I'm liking these battles going on. Oh, David Weishart got on that, on them alligators, as we like to call them, doing a little bit of wheel hopping there, and he did a little bit there as well. You don't want to do that too much.
Now it really upsets the car when you get up on top of them.
And hang on to it because you got company behind you. Got Jacob, you got Bryce, you got Garrett Heath poking his nose and 2 cents in here. Got Tyler Hallman. If they mess up right up ahead of him, Tyler's going to pounce on that one. Tyler hanging out here in 8th. Rob Haynes here. There in that 99. Don't wreck it, Rob. David Elliott right here. Still in 10th. Michael Thwaites back here in 11th. Got Christian Cooper. Pace Johnson here in 13th. John Sterling in 14th. Justin Wright out riding it out back here in that 15th spot. Mike Rominger, he just hanging out back here in 15th. He just hanging out.
Brendan just lost a handful of spots there. He got passed by all 3 of them guys coming out of the final corner there.
Ooh.
Don't know if he took it wide or he just wasn't able to get back to the throttle like he wanted to, or has been able to, and
Maybe
just lost it off.
Maybe he's just wanting to ride behind some drivers to save you. Davis tires. You know, that's a big possibility too. Like I said, I don't know this track very well. How about we go with our first, we'll go gyro at a cockpit. It's still cockpit, but it's a gyro. How about we ride along here with Mr. Bryce Sinstack? How about we do?
Sounds good.
Still going to be live here, folks. We're still going to be talking to everybody, but kind of give everybody a different of things. This gyro cam, this is cams I like, James. You know, when they turn, they're going up a hill or they're leaning, that camera moves with it. You know, that's a neat camera to have.
Oh yeah. It definitely shows the elevation changes and
Oh yeah, I got
everything like that.
have to turn this air. Everybody to see the track here, to see what got Jacob Manning right up ahead of him. Bryce ain't fighting it too hard, it looks like. He's just letting Jacob do his thing. I'm sure Bryce is hoping that number one, kind of messes up here, whether he spins it or just Bill hops it or whatever the case may be. The Bryce, he's wanting Jacob to mess up, and Jacob ain't doing it.
Oh yeah, trying to wait and be patient here, capitalize on a mistake.
Whoa, Bryce. Hiding it. See it there.
Great catch by him.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Look at this turn one, though.
Oh,
It is
yeah, and we're
wild.
still on that gyro, too, James. So, got a different elevation, and man, about 160-degree sharp left turn. Oof. I'd blow past it and go right into that kitty litter or gravel or whatever it's called. Now, still gyro here. This is these double S's I was talking about. Right, left, right, left, right, left, and back in a wide sweeping right here. And you're going to have a little sharp lefter right here. Then back into another righty. There's a lot of turns here. 20 turns
lot of them
here at CoTA. All right, well, let's go ahead and get off of Bryce sitting back. We did a few rounds turns with him, probably the most important turns. David Weishart 1.7 seconds ahead of GT Hawkins. Yeah, it looks, you're like, well, 1.7, that's a good lead. Not on a road course, it's not.
Not at all. It equates to about 10 car lengths on a road course.
If David Weishart has a mistake, spins out, whatever the case may be, GT is going to be able to pounce on that. Garrett Grant hanging out back here at about 7.4 seconds behind GT. Now, that is a little bit of a separation.
Oh, yeah.
It's not much. I mean, if, say, GT spins and he can get it back around, he can still come out ahead of Garrett Grant as long as, it's not major. However, if, GT smacks the ball or whatever the case may be while he spins it, Garrett's going to make that pass on.
Oh, yeah, for sure. GT has a big enough gap between him and Garrett to have a little bit of breathing room, to not have to push as hard, to focus on not making a mistake. But David, our leader, doesn't have that same opportunity. He's got GT right there, like you said. Just a little under 2 seconds behind him.
Right now, 2.5 as an update.
2.5?
Yep.
All right. 2.5 seconds behind him. So it's still not a whole lot of room. He's still got to be cautious. I know he's probably still worried about GT, but right there in his mirror. And like he said, man, road course racing is a completely different animal from oval. With the gaps and stuff like that, with the intervals and everything.
I got a question. We have all of our chase drivers. I believe we do. I don't think we're missing anybody. Oh, we are missing somebody. Justin Michael's not here.
Tough break for Justin.
Yeah, Justin Michael is not here. For everybody just tuning in, we'll flash those points up here again. Jeremy Knapp in chat saying, what's up, Josh and James? Well, same thing, man. Broadcasting races and CoTA. This is the point standings coming into tonight. You see Justin Michael there in that 8th spot here. . 1061 tie with Mike Rominger. This is definitely going to help out Mike.
Oh, yeah. Mike Rominger back there in the 15th spot.
16th.
16th now.
Like he had some issues right out around him.
Gotcha. Yeah, so not the night he was looking for, I'm sure.
Well, I mean,
but he's still going to gain points.
oh yeah,
so
definitely.
That's all that matters.
16 drivers, not really a massive field, better than yesterday. Oh, Mike locking them up there a little bit. I kind of wish this was a night race. I don't know if CoTA has any lights, but the reason I say that is because I would love to see, the braking and how red these brakes get on this racetrack.
Oh yeah, man, they'd be glowing.
Know what they need to add here on iRacing? Brake fill.
Well, we're getting rain.
Yeah, I heard
So-
about that.
That'll throw a wrench in a lot of plans at some of these road courses and stuff. I'm not sure if the admins here at XM99 want to implement that once it does come out into these road courses, like they do in real life. But
Well,
if they
you'd have
do,
to
it'll
have
make it interesting.
you'd have to have rain tires. That little one windshield wiper that they put on there. They got the motor for it. They can do it. I just don't know how that's going to affect, PC use. As we see Jacob Manning doing a thing here with Bryce Sennesack getting around him. And here he goes, Bryce Sennesack.
Long straightaway into a hard braking corner. Looks like Bryce is going to be able to complete the pass, maybe?
Yes, he is. He's going to get back around him.
There we go.
Right, yeah, this is about one of the battles going on. Let's get back here to Brendan Book. And it looks like the 23, if I'm right, let's get on a chase view here.
Some rear end damage.
23, not the 5. Oh, yeah, that 23 of Garrett Heath, man. Oh, he has got some massive rear end damage there. Or you're seeing this too? I mean, it's,
Yes, sir. I'm looking right now to see if anybody around him has front end damage, and I'm not seeing anything.
Hey, well, I don't know when that happened at. I don't know if you could maybe go back and find it.
Yeah, I'll try and find it.
All right, see kind of what happened to that 23 of Garrett Heath, and that is technically going to affect him here, especially on the long stretches. Now, in the turns, I don't think it's going to affect him much because it's not front damage, it's rear damage. But on that long front stretch and then the long stretch here, then yes, it will definitely affect him. All right, well, while James looks for what happened to Garrett, of course, interrupt me, James, when you do, if you happen to find it. Kind of check out our leader, David, ahead of GT still yet. GT hanging back in second, Garrett Grant in third. Jacob Manning hanging out here in fourth from third. Has got company, though, of Bryce Sennesack. On the 109, Garrett Heath just talked about him. Go ahead, James. Did you
It
find
was
it?
the end of lap 7, going into the final corner. Brendan Book looked like he just got into the corner a little bit too hot. And, gave him a little bit of a shot in the rear end. Nothing major. It wasn't. Honestly, it looks worse than what the contact was. So there may have been a little bit of net code involved there. But Brendan's car is clean. No damage on that. But yeah, the 23 is pretty boogered up in the rear end.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 5 right now since you said Brendan Book. And yeah, that Chevrolet right there, I mean, it's doesn't look like it's got any damage on it. But, did he get a 2X, 4X? That's going to be one of those things, too, because keeping your car clean.
Yeah, that's bonus points. That's bonus points that he could potentially miss out on. And with it being in the chase and the point standings being as tight as they are, every point matters.
All right, folks, laughing right now. And if you don't get any incidents, you get 2 bonus points. So I wonder how many X's Brennan did get. And I'm laughing because of something totally different, not because of the race. Sorry.
Be closing in on pit stops here in a handful of laps. Lap 10 of 35. We got 25 laps to go.
All right,
David
David. Well, yep.
Weishart continues to lead. Sorry, Josh.
So that is not tonight. He's not your teammate, but outside of tonight, that is your teammate. So
Yes, sir.
I know in secret, and we're gonna let that secret out. I know in secret you're rooting on Samson, but it's just part of it. You got to separate yourself. But a road course racing, man, they get so spread out. It's totally different from regular racing. If they were on an oval and they were 2, 3, 4 wide, it might be a little bit different.
Oh yeah, especially here, man. This is such a big track, so many hard braking corners. It's not a place like Watkins Glen where it's more of a rhythm, high speed road course. You don't see them get spread out that much at Watkins Glen, but here with all the braking sections and rhythm sections, this is just a tough track. So everybody tackles it differently, and it causes them to get spread out. Everybody has a different approach to each corner, different braking zones and whatnot, and you can only do so much.
You talk about the braking zones, and we just seen out there the 09 dang near got into the one of Jacob Manning there, and if I'll pick on Jacob and Bryce here right now because that's the two I'm watching. So Jacob Manning is ahead of Bryce. If Bryce Sinisak is not paying attention, and they're coming up on a sharp corner, and Jacob's braking point is totally different from Bryce's, and Jacob's got to be or Bryce has got to be prepared. If he's not prepared, he's going to slam right into the back of it.
Exactly, and I think that's why we're seeing people struggling to make passes, is because they're having to base their braking off the car in front of them. They may be faster the way they run the track, but when there's a car ahead of you, you can't run the track like you want to. You got to kind of start running the way they do and figuring out how to make the way they run it a little bit faster to be able to get runs or brake a little bit later than they do and stuff like that, man. It's more than just being fast around these places.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be able to adapt.
Well, they say what I've heard on a road course, the slower, the faster you are. In a sense, that doesn't make any sense, but it actually does.
Yeah, road courses are really easy to overdrive. You can think that you're going way faster than the guy ahead of you just because you're driving it into the corner a lot harder or picking up the throttle a lot harder, when in reality, you're binding the car up, you're just killing your speed and your momentum with how hard you're having to brake compared to the guy that's using momentum to his advantage and letting the car roll the way it wants to, not getting bound up, not locking the tires up, stuff like that. So just because you think you're driving harder doesn't mean you're going faster. And that's a lot of these road courses.
Oh, yeah, a road course. And, even on certain, oval tracks, too, that does apply. Got your tracks like Martinsville, very flat track, the paperclip, you really can't, massively just go. And we got David Elliott out here off the track, but he is back on it. So, thing for David, but Martinsville being one of them.
Phoenix is another example of it. You got to be really easy into the corners.
Yep. And I know there's a Nashville.
Yep.
The short track, not the super speedway.
Yep.
Those,
we got pit stops, Josh.
Oh, well, do we? Yes, we do.
David
Weishart, Garrett Grant, Bryce Sinisak, Brandon Book. Okay, why are they coming down on lap 12? Anyway, Tyler Hallman, Michael Thwaites, 12:24. So that's going to put it at about lap 24. Okay, so 12:24. That's going to put it at 4 laps will be their last pit stop, because then they can go 36, and we only do 35 laps. So I see. David Elliott down.
Splitting it up a little bit.
4 down. Johnson coming down And it looks like Chase Johnson is stay out, and that was probably a bad idea for Chase. Dang near locked it down, and well, he did lock it down, but he almost got off the racetrack.
Yeah, that definitely would have been a tough break for Chase there. Oh, Tyler Hallman's around. It looks like maybe. Hold on. Might have been just him slowing down that much for turn 1, but it looked like he was way off the track. Yeah, he didn't go around. He just missed the corner. Missed turn 1 by about a mile there, Josh.
Right, well. GT didn't pit. Jacob didn't pit. Brandon didn't pit, it looks like. Rob Haynes. John Sterling. Christian DeBoer. Chase Johnson. Justin Whiteout. And I'm seeing Mike on.
GT just came down pit road as well.
GT just came down. Yes, he did, James. I am seeing that now. Man. Oh, Jacob Manning is not our leader. It's David Weishart. David did come down pit. He has been out here at a stint of one. That lap, Jacob Manning hurt. Got more down as well. Brendan Book down. Like John Sterling is down. Garrett Heath is at his pit stop. Christian DeBoer down pit road. Chase Johnson. What Chase does. Like that 27 is going to be down pit road here. And yeah, he locked it down. Got to get it safely on pit road, James. You cannot speed.
Yeah, and the commitment cone is, honestly, it's pretty far away from where you actually enter the pit. So you still have a decent amount of time.
Not to interrupt you there, but Justin Rideout locked it down here. And he is going to stay out, so go ahead on your point of pit road. Yeah, we can see that yellow cone there.
Yep, it's a little bit after you make the commitment, so you have plenty of time to slow down, even if you do get in there a little hot. But you still got to be careful, like you said. It's very easy to speed.
All right, what you got going on? Same thing. 1, 2, 3. 3 drivers have yet to pit. Mike Rominger, whatever you want to call him. I call him Rominger. That's what I've always called him. I don't know exactly how to pronounce his last name, but he is still on pit road. He's been there for over, coming up on 2.5 minutes here. Damage, or is there a glitch? Because I'm not seeing any damage at all on that number 9's machine here.
Looking in his in-car right now, his driver avatar is not even in there, so he's not even in the car right now.
Oh, has not popped up here that he has taken it behind the wall, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Taking a look here in TeamSpeak, he hasn't left or anything. He's here. He's here. He's in prime time. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that number 9. Huh. Well, let's check on Wreck-It Rob here tonight. I'm just gonna say it here tonight. So I gotta pick on again, Rob. Rob in 6th, started 9th. He has not even made a pit stop here, James. I mean, is this a good call? Is it a bad call? I mean,
it depends on how far he can stretch it. We'll see when he comes down pit road. If he only has to pit twice, that may be an advantage.
Oh, we're on lap 14. He's on lap 14 as well. So what he does, you know, is he gonna take lap 15? You know, stay out. You know, come around on lap 15 and go 15:30, and then. Oh well, if they pit on 15.
Oh no!
And they pit on 30, then they'll be able to make it 5 laps.
Jacob Manning just blew his motor.
Oh no! Oh no! All right, you said that. We're gonna check it out here, folks. Oh no! All right. Well, it looks like it blew a little bit before that.
Yeah.
Jacob Manning, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's get back here to Jacob Manning. Had to kind of rewind it here, 80 seconds. See kind of what happened. Did he hit the wall?
I'm not seeing anything.
Oh no! It
he would
just
hit the wall.
popped.
Yeah. I wonder if he missed a shift or something, it doesn't sound like it when it blows up. I wonder if he did it previously, and that was just the after effects of it.
Right. Well, let's go cockpit. Man, I don't know.
I'm going back to watch the previous lap, see if anything happened.
Oh, I do not know, but yeah, his engine is gone, and oh, that is not what Jacob Manning wanted. And you get no resets, and that is guaranteed 35 plus required minutes to get that fixed.
Yep.
Oh. Jonathan in chat here tonight. How you doing, Jonathan? Glad to see you out there, bud. Think you are a newcomer. I think the first time I've ever seen you, so glad to have you out there in chat here with MaxSpeedTV. Myself with MaxSpeedTV and James Shane Wolf here, joining me up here in the booth again for the Rick Motec Cup Series. And did you see anything on Jacob Manning? Mike Rominger is coming out now.
I did not, Josh. I went back and watched the previous lap. Through the double S's, he was on the clutch the whole time. So I'm wondering if maybe the way he's just been driving, if he's been stretching gears out and stuff, if he got the car too hot, and by the time he realized it was just too late.
Oh. Well, he left TeamSpeak here tonight, and I hate it when they do that, especially on a road course. And I know he's probably aggravated at what happened. You know, I would have loved to get Jacob down here and, you know, find out exactly really what happened, because that was strange. That was weird. He didn't miss a gear, it looks like he was saying. I went cockpit too. Man, I don't know. That was strange. I'm gonna blame it on CoTA. Why not? Let's just blame it on the track. Why not?
Yeah, I know a lot of these guys from listening to their engines and stuff. They're really stretching these gears out, and I'm wondering if it just overheated on him and he didn't realize it. That after watching the previous lap, that's the only thing that I can think of, because he never skipped shifts, never double downshifted or anything like that. It just popped.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and say it here again early. 20 to go here tonight, folks. Don't get to say that too often this week, but 9:40 Eastern, 8:40 Central are still live here with CoTA Rick Motec Cup Series, round 3 of the chase, season 13. And David Weishart, man, David, he's got an 8-second now. G kind of eating up time there. They are definitely gonna have to come back down pit road. And I'm looking at it here, and I'm seeing Rob Haynes. Rob Haynes still hasn't hit 16 laps. Justin Rideout, 16 laps. Did I have a glitch? I mean, did they come down? I don't think they did.
I'm not sure. After talking with one of Jacob Manning's teammates with his spotter, Matthew Robinson there, I shot him a message here on TeamSpeak to see what happened. They don't even know. They have no clue what happened and why he blew up.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Matt just messaged me and said, I don't know, he didn't hit anything except for rumble strips, so they have no clue.
I mean, could they have added undercarriage damage and we don't know about it?
Possibly. Hitting them turtles, getting the one side of the car up in the air could get them RPMs to shoot up real high, and that could cause engine damage.
Busting an oil pan, maybe.
Possibly.
I don't know. I mean, if iRacing didn't say anything about it, then I don't think they would, keep it out of the patching it. But then again,
Right.
It's iRacing. So I love this platform. I mean, this platform is amazing. And what they, but they didn't take it from them. They actually got the rights to it. But NR 2003, that's where it came from.
Yeah, a lot of the developers from iRacing actually helped build NR 2003. So that's where they get a lot of the similarities from. Everybody that's been in sim racing for a decent amount of time, even if you haven't been in for a decent amount of time, but you got friends that are,
Yeah.
they know about NR 2003 and they know how great of a game that was and how it really opened up the opportunities that we have today for sim racing.
And iRacing started as a private thing with a real NASCAR, and they opened it up for public use, and that's where the subscription backed by NASCAR comes in, the buying of the tracks, and stuff like that. And for everybody, Brennan Book getting a little squirrely there. I'm on Brennan right now. But going back to that, if it wasn't for NR 2003, I don't believe we would have iRacing. I really don't.
Oh no, for sure we'd still have the console NASCAR games, but we wouldn't have anything to this nature. I mean, you can get on here.
Those are games, though.
Yep.
NR 2003 and iRacing, that's simulation.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's totally different from games.
And the cool part about this stuff here, if there's anybody watching that isn't in iRacing yet and is thinking about it, I mean, you can get on here on a random Wednesday, Thursday night, jump into a race and be in there with Dale Earnhardt Jr. or Denny Hamlin. Your actual real-life NASCAR drivers are in here racing
or
with you like it's
retired
nothing.
drivers. Rob Haynes is coming down pit road now. And how many laps did he go?
He went
17,
enough to make it to
laps?
the end, it looks like.
Jeez. 18 to go. He'll be able to make it from here.
If he can stretch that field out like he did again, like he did the first time, he'll be there at the end.
Yes.
Good heads up move there by Rockin' Rob.
Wrecking Rob.
I don't have the heart, Josh.
Oh man, a big shout out to, of course, James out here, and a big shout out to, of course, everybody out there tuning in. We have a good time up here in the booth, but then again, we are serious about what we do up here. Thank everybody for tuning in. I do want to give another shout out here tonight to, of course, the sponsors, our admins, all that. Ed Moore, Sean Kokorin down there in the admin tower. A big shout out to them too for adminning the Cup Series again this season, or this season at least. Big shout out to them too for doing what they do. A big shout out to, of course, Frank Rico again and the team over there at Rickmo Tech coming on board sponsoring the Cup Series again this season. In the market for, wheels, pedals, button boxes, whatever the case may be when it comes to iRacing. Hit them up on Facebook, facebook.com/RickMotech, or on their website. They do have a website, www.rickmotech.com. Check out all their products. If you got something in mind that you want them to, custom build, if you've got specs and all that, I'm sure they could do it. They got the machines, they got the people, and I do believe all of it is handmade, that. So a big shout out to them for doing that. Of course, Rick Donathan for putting on an awesome league over here at Extreme. A big shout out to everybody out there, all of our fans out there in chat. 11 watching, 9 likes. Jonathan, Jeremy, we got Rudy Cummings, the big boss man over here at I was fixing to say Extreme, but over here at MaxSpeedTV. Without him, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So a big shout out to Rudy Cummings out there in chat. I cannot thank him enough. And just everybody in general, everybody that's helped me throughout the season, this season. James, you as well. I mean, what an awesome season we've had here. And, we're still not done. We still, after tonight, we still got 2 races. So anything can happen. All right, James, I think is speechless. Or he's having mic issues. All right. Well, when he interrupts me, I know he's back. David Weishart up front. G.T. Hawkins there in second. Garrett Grant third. Bryce Sidisak fourth. Brendan Book there in fifth. Garrett Heath in sixth. Tyler Hallman in seventh. Michael Thwaites in eighth. Sean Sterling in ninth. And running out the top 10 is going to be David Elliott there in that fourth. All right, still not hearing from my co-commentator here tonight, James. I think you might be hitting the wrong button.
I am back.
Oh, and he's back.
Sorry
Well,
about
ran
that.
through
Had
the
somebody
top
knocking
10.
on my door.
Oh, was it?
My landlord. My landlord.
Oh, that's never. Hopefully, it wasn't bad.
Not at all.
Well, 16 to go here tonight, folks. 16 to go. It'll be 15 the next time by. I hate it when disconnecting from chat and then it connects again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. Justin Rideout down pit road. And I'm kind of curious about that dude right there. Non-Wreck-It Rob. He hasn't wrecked it here tonight, so, that's a good thing. Rob Haynes not in the chase due to missing the first race of the chase, James. And, that is one of the things they do here. First race, it goes to somebody else. And, Rob not in the chase now, but, he's trying to say, hey, okay, so now I'm playing upset. I'm going to be one of those upset drivers. If you make a mistake, I'm going to capitalize. So, he still is out here, doing his thing.
Oh, yeah. The entry fee, you still pay your entry fee whether you make the chase or not. That's the way I look at it. If I make the chase, if I don't make the chase, I still paid to be here. I'm going to race to win, and regardless of anybody else's points, I'm going to focus on me and focus on
Yep.
winning. And I'm sure he's, you know, cautious of his teammates and stuff like that, but he's still here to race.
Well, and focus on getting better. You know, for let's say you're a driver, and this is where, I'm going to kind of get a little. And I hate getting personal, but I'm sure everybody's going to probably agree with me. We go through 10 races here at Extreme Motorsport. We have a big car turnout, we have good fields, and then we get into the chase. And then, those that didn't make it, they don't show up. You guys out there that, are not, are not here, and, well, I don't want to, wreck somebody or be the cause of upsetting, you getting into a wreck and upsetting the chase drivers and blah, blah, blah. Well, to be honest with you, and, I'm going to be as honest as I can, James, it's racing. That stuff happens. It happens in real life.
Yeah,
Come out here and race it up and do your thing. Whether you're in the chase or not, come out here, race it up. Give the chase drivers another driver to try to get around.
Yes, sir. I got the chase decals on my car in ARCA. That doesn't mean I expect anybody that doesn't have them to race me any different. I expect everybody to race me as hard as they can, and I think the guys that are in the chase field, a lot of the guys feel the same way. They want these full fields.
Yes.
It can help them if somebody that they're battling with in points gets involved in something. They fall back more spots than they would with these short fields, so they'd gain more points. So I'm sure everybody wants to see more cars. They want to. I know me personally, I want to see a steady car count from the first race to the final race, regardless of chase and point standings. Everybody, I'd love to have everybody there.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I like seeing, let's say you have, a chase driver up front, leading the race. I don't care if it's oval or road. And then you have your second place driver who's not in the chase. Then maybe a third place driver who is or not in the chase. Got that competition. Okay, you got that chase driver. He's trying to win. He's trying to get the most amount of points. Then you got that second place driver. He's trying to upset that whole field, whether he's part of a team or not.
Oh yeah.
I hate preaching about it, but you gotta show up. I mean, you gotta give these drivers some competition, or at least a car out there to say, okay, how am I gonna get around this car? How am I gonna get around this lap car? This lap car, or potentially a lap car, is he gonna give me the room, or is he gonna fight me, try to stay on the lead lap? You gotta think about all that.
Oh yeah, it's a high-speed chess match, and the more pieces you got on the board, the more complicated it seems to be, and that's why people play chess. It's a strategy. It's a think of man's game, and when you got more cards out here, you really got to think about the moves you make and who you're racing with, and who you're trying to put a lap down and stuff like that. And honestly, it plays a lot into the outcome of the race.
Yes, it does. And Jeremy Knapp out there in chat, I'm not in the chase in Arco. Yeah, no, but yeah, you're out there every week to race.
Oh yeah, me and Jamie were racing each other pretty good at Auto Club.
He says every week out there to race for last. But I'm out there to win, like the point leader. And Jeremy, I could not have said that any better, Jeremy. You're right. I mean, you're out there hanging out, whether you're first, whether you're 10th, whether you're last place, you're out there. That's what it takes. You're just out there to have fun and to upset that playoff picture. That's what it takes. That, to me, is a driver.
Oh, yeah, and I give Jeremy tons of credit. Me and him raced Monday night at Auto Club. I'm in the chase. He's not. He didn't race me any different. He wanted to be up there. He raced me hard, but he raced me clean, and earned a ton of respect from me for that. like I said, none of these guys in the chase. I know his brother Kyle, the points leader. I know Matt is in second there in ARCA. Matthew Robinson. We all have the same mindset about it. I can't speak for the other series, but we want to be raced the same way every week from everybody. We don't want any handouts. We don't want to be given any spots.
Oh no,
We
y'all
want to earn it.
gotta earn it. Exactly. You know, Edward Morris out there. That is Edward Morris Sr., by the way. The dad of the boss man here tonight up there in the admin tower. So everybody knows. You know, yeah, Edward Morris Sr., I mean, he's out there too. He might not be in the chase, but he is out there, you know, gaining experience. And to me, experience, seat time, that's the thing. Get out there, have some fun, and just keep going.
Yeah, this is a simulator. It's called a simulator for a reason. Seat time goes way further than
Pit stops, Michael Thwaites down pit road. Sorry, James. Go ahead.
Yeah, seat time goes way further than having an expensive wheel or a high-end computer, whatever. You can spend as much money as you want on this thing and still not have the results to show for it.
Yep.
Because you just don't have the experience. Guys that have been doing this a long time, you know, there's some people on here that have 12, 15 years under their belt already. You know, they've been here since the start. And
David Elliott on pit road. Or hang on to that thought. We got pit stops. Chris down as well. See here, I'm thinking
this should be their final stop, Josh. They should be able to make it all the way from here.
Oh, they should be able to. 12 to go. Yeah, I would think so. Now, Rob Haynes, is he going to be able to get on one stop? Been out here 5 laps. You know, I could rant and rave all night long, James, about that. And, you know, I hate doing that, but, you know, that's product of racing. Garrett Grant down pit road. It looks like we've got another driver down pit road as well. Who is that? Is 7, I believe. Yeah, Chase Johnson is down. Hero 9 is down pit road as well. Bryce Sinisak. I hate putting my opinion, and yeah, there's back there on that, but you know, you got to get out here. You got to have seat time. You might not like the track. I hate road, and you know, I've raced them before. I get out there and I mess it up a few laps until I do my own thing. I brake when I want to brake. I turn when I want to turn. If you don't like it, then don't be behind me, you know?
Yep. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of road courses, but whenever we do have one on the schedule, I put a ton of time in just to try and get around the place.
Yep. Allman down pit road. Sterling down pit road. Final stops for him as well, it looks like. Rob Haynes, he to go ahead and stay out. He's out here. So that's gonna.
David Weishart coming down pit road.
Oh, David coming.
Our leader.
Alright.
GT following suit there in second, coming down pit road as well.
Well, this is gonna be interesting here, especially as they're pitting at the same time. See what Brendan does. Golly, Brendan is 49.6 seconds behind GT. Wow. And how's it climb? Okay. Exactly. On David, gonna be off and away. GT taking that right side, left side's going on. 14.5 second stop for David and a 14.7 for GT Hawkins. And here comes Brendan Book down pit road. Back up on Brendan here.
Josh, I don't think that strategy by Rob is gonna play out like we thought it was gonna. I think he lost too much time saving all that fuel.
I don't think so. And I do believe, though, he might be able to fix that 7. That's still going to be close. You know, tires, though, that's going to be the thing, is tire issue. Nine likes, 9 watching. Thank you all out there for tuning. And we share it, like it, subscribe it. One last time here tonight. Thank you all for that turnout here this evening. Rick Tech Cup Series for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com Season 13. Round 3 of the chase. CoTA, Circuit of the Americas. We got Chicagoland next week for round 4 of the chase. Now, Chicagoland tracks that I think we're gonna have we're gonna have a turnout. I'm expecting 17 drivers out there. That could be one of those tracks that could upset the playoff picture.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, that Chicagoland, that's always a fun track to go to race on, but it's usually pretty exciting as well. I don't want to say it's easy to drive by any means, but it's it's easy to be consistent on, and it keeps the field pretty tight. You don't usually see too many people walking away at Chicagoland, so it's going to be interesting next week. See how all that plays out and see how these chase guys can handle it.
Right. David leading. ET 9.6 seconds behind him. Eric Grant 31.9 seconds behind our second place.
And we got Michael Thwaites here coming to lap 27 and off into turn 1. Got Tyler Hallman right in front of him. Looks like Rob Haynes' strategy is also starting to play out a little bit as he's moving up as guys are pitting. See Thwaites coming through these S's here. Big rhythm section. Tough part. You can lose or gain a lot of time through there. Then the sweeping left as well. Kind of tight. Followed by the really long right. And then another pretty tight left-hander. Another hard braking zone here, followed by another hairpin.
All those hairpins.
Oh, yeah.
Man, oh man. Alrighty, folks. Well, we got 9 to go. David now up ahead, 10.5 seconds. Yeah, I think right now David's got it. And, you know, I'm seeing that with 9 to go, and I know that might be a little bit too early, but, you know, if David can hang on to it, you know, continue to get that lead, I think he probably be able to make it. That's going to put it at about 11 laps for David Weishart. So definitely going to be able to go to the end.
You should be good on fuel. He just needs to be consistent, hit his marks, not make any mistakes.
And save a little bit of the tires. Because
yes.
if you don't and you burn them up, those turns are going to be deadly, treacherous. You know, that could be the make it or break it. David hanging out here. He's led 23 laps. Our outside pole sitter here. I'm assuming he's going to lead his 24th lap here. GT there in second. Garrett D. Grant third. Bryson is back and forth. Trying to get out the top 5 is going to be in 5th place here. And that number 5 for Brennan Book. All right. Well, go ahead and run through the rest of the field here, James.
Where'd you stop at? I'm sorry.
I stopped
Just
at
spaced out.
I stopped at Brennan Book because he's 555. So
Gotcha. You got Garrett Heath there in 6th. Tyler Holman in 7th. Michael Thwaites, 8th position. Rob Haynes, 9th. John Sterling is 10th. David Elliott is 11th. Then we have Christian DeBoer, 12th. Chase Johnson, 13th. Justin Rideout, 14th. Mike Rominger, who I believe is still in the pits.
Yes, he is. Yes.
15th. And then Jacob Manning with the DNF on the night for the blown motor, rounding out the field in 16th.
Jacob Manning is taking his car behind the wall. He is done for the evening. You know, what a tough break for Jacob because, you know, this could have been a big night for Jacob Manning. And, you know, I still don't understand what happened to Jacob Manning.
Yeah.
Right.
I like I said, man, I have no clue. It didn't sound like he missed a shift at all to me. And like I said, his team doesn't even know what happened. But yeah, it's definitely a tough break for him, man. He was running inside the top 5. Would have been a great points night for him. Hate to see it. Hate to see it for anybody.
Well, not much of anything going on right now. Everybody is so spread out at this present time. I think what we need to do with 8 to go is just kind of go cockpit here with a driver or gyro cam. I picked the first one, James, so, you know, I'm going to go ahead and let you pick a driver. Who should we go with? Gyro, cockpit, as well.
I'd like to follow our leader, man. He's getting around this. He's scooting around here. So
Are
I'd
you
like
just
to see
saying
what he's
that
doing.
because that's a teammate? Or
No. I want to learn. I want to see where he's lifting and.
All right, do we go gyro or cockpit?
Go gyro.
Go
you can still see
gyro.
his hands.
All right, gyro
It looks
cam.
like he is driving this thing, man. It's sliding around on him.
All right, here on that gyro cam of David Weishaupt, this sharp left turn here, turn 1, and boy, man, that turn is sharp. If you don't get it, you know, the speed down, you're gonna go around.
Oh yeah. We go through these S's here. You can hear
Hey, we
throttle.
got,
He's keeping the RPMs down, not spinning the rear tires.
Showing 10 likes in chat here tonight, 10 watching. I did see 11 people watching. Sure exactly what's going on there, but hey, glad to have everybody out there. Edward Morris, Jeremy Knapp, Jonathan. I don't know if Rudy's out there or not. Glad to have everybody out there. If you're not chatting it up out there, I don't know who's out there. 12 out there now. Wow. All right. Still here with David Weishaupt, and James is going to learn a little bit about what he can.
Trying
do,
to.
right?
Trying to, yeah. He's doing a really good job of not spinning the rear tires, getting back on throttle, and I think that's what's helped him so much. I rode on board with GT for a little while, and he was, I don't want to say he was struggling, but, you know, getting back on the throttle there, he was spinning him a little bit. And that hurts your drive off the corner.
Oh, yeah.
And David's doing such a good job of just conserving the rear tires, not spinning them off the car.
Oh!
As I say that, he gets sideways.
Up hitting those little alligators, as we like to call them. Here we go. We're going to be coming to 6 to go this time by, folks. 6 laps to go. That was a lap here with our leader, David Weishart. David, 13 seconds ahead of GT Hawkins. And I would say that is a pretty good gap here at a road course. David say he, spins around. I think he could get it back going. Now, it's going to cut down that time, James. And, I'm not saying anything about David, but, if he does make a mistake, that's going to cut it down. I would say to about, anywhere between 5 to 7 seconds. If David was to make another mistake, then GT would be right there. But I think David right now, he knows what he needs to do to hang on here for 6 laps. I don't see GT pushing, he might be pushing it, but I just don't think he's going to be able to get up there to him.
Yeah, I agree. David right now has enough room between him and GT where he doesn't have to push super hard. He can focus on hitting his marks and keeping the car pointed in the right direction, as where GT has to push right now.
Yeah.
And like we talked about earlier, the harder you push, sometimes it seems like the slower you go. And it's just nature to try and catch the guy ahead of you. You got to drive harder, and that could be what's going on right now. GT trying to drive as hard as he can to get up to David, and it's just costing him time.
Up third here, Garrett Grant, 42 seconds behind. GT is 56 behind our leader, Bryce Sitasek, there at about 11 seconds, 11.3 seconds behind Garrett. He is a minute 7 behind the leader. Now you go all the way back here to David Elliott. He is the last driver on the lead lap here, currently running in 11th. He, minutes 10 seconds roughly behind our leader. 3.9 seconds behind John Sterling there in that number 3. He's up ahead of him. So John was to make a mistake, David would be right there. We got GTM with John and Prime Time with David. This is team points too,
Oh yeah.
How many points can you pick up not only as a chase driver if you're in, but how many points can you pick up for your team too? Got that on the line. From David Elliott says 211. Right here on David. Where is the other David? Right behind him. David Weishart, our leader. And David Elliott, the last one on the lead lap. Now, if you was David Elliott, James, the leader is coming up on you. What would you do? It's road course racing. Would you let him by? Or, would you try to stay on the lead lap?
This late into the race, I'd probably let him by. Depending on who was behind him. If it was one of my teammates there behind him, within striking distance, I may try and race him a little bit, make him work for it. But this late in, with David Weishart having such a big gap, there's really nothing to be gained by racing the leader. As you can see, he lets him by right there.
Yeah, David Elliott just let him go by. So, yeah, just a lot of respect from both of the Davids here. David Elliott letting David Weishart go by. Hey, that's still going to be, 11th place here, a solid finish here for David Elliott, though. Started 15th, right now in 11th, 1 lap down. Just hit that 4 to go here this evening. So 4 laps remain and 80 more turns. That's a lot of turns.
Oh, yeah.
This racetrack is 20 turns, not 18. Oh, somebody kind of off the racing here. That is going to be the 27 of Chase Johnson. Seen that. He's trying to hang on here. He started in 13th, and, well, he's in 13th. So, 1 lap down, but still a solid finish, if he can hang on to it. Got the 33, though, of David Weishart behind him, coming up on him. That's going to put Chase another lap down. He's already 1 lap down, and looks like
he's going to let him go right there.
Yeah, he's just going to let him go. Yep, he braked it, went high, and just go. I think Chase just wants to finish. That's what I think Chase wants.
It looks to me like he used his tires up a little bit. He's sliding around a lot more than a lot of these other guys. So like you said, I think he's just focusing on making it to the end there.
Now we've got John Sterling, the last driver on the lead lap here. And yet again, got David Weishart looking to lap that number 3. And, of course, 99 as well of Rob Haynes, who's on the lead lap here in 9th, right up ahead of John Sterling. David Weishart right there. So, so much separation right now. I just don't see nothing we really, really talk about. And I'm still wondering, Mike, did he blowing in? I don't think he.
I'm not seeing anything. It looks like he had full power going on the pit road.
All right, well, I poked Mike here tonight. Maybe I can bring him up here this evening if, that is all upon him. 3 laps to go, so it's going to have to be quick. All right, well, David Weishart, P.T. Hawkins, Eric Grant, looks like this way it's going to end up, the top 3, as, the next time by is going to be 2 to go.
David coming up on John Sterling there in the 3.
Yeah, we're
Looks like
watching
John's going to let him by.
John's just going to say, all right, go. Yep, John's not going to fight him. Rob Haynes. That's a teammate to David Elliott. Sorry. David Weishart here. I don't think Rob would fight him. Stinky. Like I said, I don't think Rob would fight David Weishart if he got up to.
No, not at all. I see him letting them by as well. Like I said, there's nothing to be gained at this point by racing the leader.
All right, here we go. 2 laps to go. 40 more turns for David Weishart. Yeah, I know, that's...
got to give David credit. He's been very consistent all night.
Oh, yes.
Big track, like you said, a lot of turns, and he's been able to nail all of them the way he needs to.
All right, looking at it here. Points have been updated now. I'm not sure exactly. Might have been. However, looking at it now from yesterday in the Xfinity Series, GT Hawkins, of course, grabbing the win. Garrett D. Grant there in second. David Weishart in third. So, you know, GT was looking for the sweep. I just don't think that sweep's going to happen. I think David Weishart is probably, more than likely, got about I would say about a 95% chance here right now of bringing it victory lane. And it's still going to be, man, going to be one of those things, a big points night for David. 1-2 night. 6th in the point standings. GT, of course, tied with Brendan Book there for that top spot. So David, you know, definitely pick up major needed to go into Chicagoland.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what do you think about road course racing as we round it out here in the final turn? And we are going to take here tonight, white flag in the air. 1 to go here tonight, folks. Now it's 20 more turns for David Weishart. Go ahead, James.
Yeah, Weishart been the car to beat all night. You know, GT got out to that early lead, but David was able to reel him in, and really just his consistency is what's paid off for him. He's had the speed there. He's been consistent with the speed and hasn't missed any corners. I mean, he's ran a near perfect race tonight, given any unforeseen circumstances here in the last couple corners.
I don't.
Me neither.
I mean, could it happen? Yes. Will it happen? We don't know. I think right now, David Weishart, he just crossed the stripe, man.
Yep. If I was
He's
him,
gonna
I'd be
take it
driving
easy.
real
He's
easy.
got a 16.3 second lead. You know, take it easy around the turns. You really, right now, you know, yeah, lose some time, but there's not enough laps here. Really, I mean, we're on the final lap. GT cannot catch him.
Not unless something really major happens.
Oh, yeah, David smacked the wall. Yeah. I mean, I think right now, if you just pick on David here, if David was to blow an engine, I still think he could make it back around.
Yeah, I think he'd be able to crawl.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He is coming up on his teammate here in the 99 of Rob Haynes. I don't know what Rob's going to do. David might just hang out right here.
I don't believe David's gonna catch Rob here. There's only a couple corners left.
All right. Well, David Weishart, man, after yesterday in the Xfinity Series, he is going to come back in the Rick Motet Cup Series, and he is going to round the final turn here tonight. David Weishart is going to win it here for the Rick Motet Cup Series at CoTA Circuit of the Americas.
Great run by David.
And what a good points night for David. We, of course, have to wait for everybody to cross the line before I get the incident ATO, but good job by David Weishart. GT there in second. And Garrett Grant in third. Running out the top 5, though, is going to be Bryce Sinisak in that 4th spot. And Brendan Book there in 5th. They have, I don't think, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not officially. So not official. I think Bryce has got 4th. Brendan does have 5th. All right, Bryce Sinisak, he is going to finish in 4th. And Brendan Book going to finish officially top 5. However, our winner, David Weishart, here tonight for Circuit of the Americas. All right, well, let's go ahead and see here. Drag these drivers up here to the stage here. I've got to pay some bills here tonight, folks, so hang tight. We will be right back for the MaxSpeedTV post-race show right after these messages. Alrighty, folks, we have caught up with our top 3 here tonight. We are going to pull up our 3rd place here. Garrett Grant here tonight. Garrett Grant, bud, got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, CoTA, Circuit of the Americas, round 3 of the chase. Of course, no cautions. Pit strategy here tonight, man. Talk about it.
Yeah, just not a big fan of road courses, not a fan of this track. There seemed to be no front grip at times and no rear grip. You're pretty much just racing the track, and key was just to keep it on the track and just keep a smooth, consistent line. That's for sure. And just pit strategy, I just pretty much split it in half. I knew we couldn't make it on one stop, so I just split both runs in half and made it to in there. Happy to get third. I had this race written off. I thought this was going to take me out of the championship contention, but I'll definitely take it. That's for sure.
Well, coming in tonight, man, 11 behind the tied leaders, Brennan Book and G. Hawkins. This is definitely going to be a big point tonight for you because, GT is going to finish in second, but you're right here in third. Brennan finishing back, a couple of spots behind you there in that fifth spot. I mean, definitely should help. You're not gonna get the the bonus points for the zero incident, but still yet we've got 2 races left. So man, that's amazing.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just glad that I'm still in contention after this race. I hate road courses; they're not my forte. I was shocked. I had third place speed tonight, absolutely shocked, and just happy to come out here with no penalty points. I only got a 2x, so that's great, and I got the qual point, so
Yep.
that's nice. I know I probably made up a little bit of points on Brandon, probably none on GT because he finished second, and I think he got a 0x as well. But I think I should be around still second or third in the points, so that's awesome going into a couple of tracks that I'm really good at. So.
Yep. For my stats, this just my stats, but from my stats here, GT. That's gonna be a couple of points. But dude, we go to Chicagoland next week, and Chicagoland is gonna be a nail biter. Of course, we got Homestead in the final, but man, talk about Chicagoland. But
I usually do pretty well there, and I like going back to left turns. I don't like making right turns, so just happy to go back to some good normal tracks for the last 2 races. I really like Chicago, and I'm sure I'm gonna get a ton of practice in there, and hopefully we can get a couple wins there.
Alrighty, buddy. Well, man, awesome job here. It looks like a Northern Capital here tonight, so I'm going to turn it over to you. Final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate third here tonight.
Yeah, I got to thank Russ Anderson, Northern Capital, and congratulations to David for winning. We put him 1-3 tonight for Russ Northern Capital. That's awesome, and shout out to all the Samson Motorsports guys and you guys for broadcasting and Rick for putting all this on.
All right, Garrett. We will see you next week at Chicagoland, bud.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep. All right. Well, that is going to bring us here to our second place finish here tonight. He, of course, won it here last night in the Xfinity Series, but I have not caught up with him. That is going to be James Shane Wolf. That is on the pits. That has caught up with the 14. James?
Yeah, TT, awesome run tonight, man. Second place finish. Good points tonight. I'm sure it's not what you wanted out of tonight. You were very fast, led a couple laps. Talk about your race, man. Like I said, you had a good run. What could have you done a little bit differently to try and contend for the win with David there? And what else could you have done, man? Talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know if anything I could have done would have changed the outcome, but I'm happy to have a good points night, and I just wanted to stay clean. I got 0 X's, so I'm proud of that. Yeah, I mean, my practice time this week was kind of devoted to Xfinity because I felt like that would be the harder car to drive, but in retrospect, I wish I would have split it a little bit and done a few more laps in the Cup car, but I don't know that that's necessarily the difference, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I got more comfortable with the car as the race went on, and I picked up a couple things here or there, and it's tough when you're in second because it's so hard to balance kind of trying to save your stuff and run not as hard as you can, but also you're trying to gain time, so it's a tough position to be in, especially when you're that far back. So, but overall, I'm pumped to be where I'm at and get the points that I got tonight.
Yeah, you should If my math's correct, he should be coming out of here the points leader. So congratulations on that. You were tied with your teammate there, Brendan, going into the night. Um, he still ended up in the top 5, but I believe you should take the points lead from him. So congratulations there. Just a couple more races left to get the job done. So good luck with the next couple weeks. Any final thoughts, shout outs you'd like to give?
We got Chicagoland, round 4, James.
Oh, yeah. So Chicago next week, obviously. Is that a good track for you, or?
Yeah, I mean the mile and a half cars, or with the mile and a half tracks with the Cup cars, are kind of hit or miss. I mean, they're just, I don't know, not super fun to drive. I'm just gonna try and stay clean and finish as well as I can at this point with a little bit of a point lead, and not really worth it to take risks at this point. So I don't know. We'll just get through it. I'm looking more forward to Homestead, so we'll see where we're at after that, and then take a much needed break in the off season there.
I hear you there, man. Alrighty, any final thoughts, shout outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, I got to thank my teammates, GT Motorsports, Chaz on the box tonight did an awesome job. Butt Kicker, D-Dub Button Boxes, Rick Motec, you guys have MaxSpeedTV, all Extreme Motorsports, all our admins, and all my friends, family out there watching. Thanks.
Alrighty, GT, we will see you next week at Chicagoland, bud.
Thanks. Have a good night, guys.
Yep. All right. Well, that is going to bring us here to our winner. That's going to be David Weishart here tonight in that 33 Northern Capital Machine. David, man, awesome job. You drove that car to, I don't know what you drove, but we got to hear it from you, man. Awesome job finishing 3rd yesterday and came into tonight and you grabbed the win, man. Talk about it.
Actually, I finished 2nd yesterday. Yeah. Either way, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Man, as you know, pretty much the same story as yesterday. GT just out qualified me there, and I thought he was gonna pull away from me. He out qualified me by such a big gap, and I was able to stay with him early, and I got a run on him. And I was just using my knowledge from last night that if you just kind of stay behind somebody, that's just where you're gonna stay. And I had a run on him there, and I had to take the opportunity, and I slid up a little bit on him, and luckily he gave me a little bit of room there. Me and GT always race really clean, and
oh yeah,
with respect with each other, and so it was really good to see. And then from there, he stayed with me for a little bit, and I don't know if I was just better at taking care of the tires or what it was. I really don't exactly know where I was beating him. I just kind of slowly pulled away there, and we undercut him by a lap on the first pit stop, and got a little bit of a lead, and that was pretty much all she wrote. The rest of it was just trying not to crash the car and just take care of it to the end.
oh yeah, definitely. And yeah, I'm looking at it here. Sorry, I was looking. Sorry. When I said you. Yeah, 2nd yesterday, man. But CoTA is not easy. I mean, 20 turns. How do you guys manage that?
Well, I tell you what, it's tough. Last night's car was just real floaty and was kind of unpredictable with a lot of wheel hop. This car, it was weird. It started off really tight, and then at the end of the run, the rears would go away if you weren't careful. And then towards the end of the race, the front just completely went away from me. It got real tight at the end of the race, and I was able to manage the rears because of that. Plus, I had a pretty decent gap. There was no need to really buzz the tires coming off the corners. So, but yeah, it was a tricky hot track tonight. That's for sure.
Well, road courses are done. So we're going to go back to, left turns here. And Chicagoland is going to be, round 4. talk about it. 2 races left, Chicagoland, Homestead, but we got to get through Chicagoland. How do you feel about going into Chicagoland, bud?
I don't mind it. It's it can be a pretty fun track. Um, just really depends on the setup. Like I said last night, I don't know if it's one of those tracks they made dynamic or not. If it is, you'll see us in all the lanes. Probably be something close to Auto Club. So hopefully it's just not single file around the top. But Chicago usually puts on a pretty good show. I've had some decent finishes there in the past, as long as I don't get crashed. So looking forward to it.
All right, well, I'm checking out see part up. It looks like they are. So that in 4th in the point standing, got G and yourself, along with Garrett Heath, rounding out the top 5. So I think the last 2 races, David, this is gonna be close.
Yeah, it's gonna be close to them front guys, them top 3.
Don't count out yourself.
This race broke a big streak of bad luck for me. I came into this race getting crashed in 4 straight races and lost a healthy chunk of ground. I mean, this race helps get a little momentum back. I still got a chance. It's an outside chance, but I still got a chance if one of them guys in front of me has a bad race and I have a decent race. So anything could happen. GT's just, he just pounds out them top 5 like they're nothing. So he's gonna be tough to beat. But
Yep.
you know what? Even if he's solid and stays up there, we're gonna go out and have fun these last 2 races and end the season on a bang.
Yeah, you know it. You're going to be out there fighting for it. No doubt about it, David. Awesome job, man. Final thought, shout out, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate your win here tonight, bud.
Yeah, I want to thank Rick McTuck for sponsoring the series and all the admins for what they do, and thank Russ Anderson and Northern Capital for sponsoring us here at Samson, and all the guys that race on our team. And looks like we all had some good top 10 finishes tonight, so that's pretty good. Thank y'all for broadcasting, everybody watching.
All right, David. We will see you next week at Chicagoland, bud.
All right, thanks, man. See you there.
Yep. All right, James. Well, man, road course racing is done. Now we go back to left turns. I cannot wait for Chicagoland. What's gonna happen?
I'm excited for it, man. It's one of my favorite tracks on the sim. It usually puts on a good show, so I'm sure everybody at home is gonna have a good time with it, and I'm sure it's gonna be a good time to call it up here with you.
Oh yeah, and I'm looking next week, Chicagoland, but let's get down here to the, well, I would say official reason, because it's already been updated. So David Weishart driving the win here tonight. Oh man, what a run by David. GT there in 2nd. Garrett Grant 3rd. Bryce Sidisak in 4th. Brendan Book there in 5th. Garrett Heath in 6th. Michael Thwaites in 7th. And Tyler Hallman running it out here in 8th. Go ahead, James. Finish it out here tonight.
You got Rock and Rob Haynes there in 9th. John Sterling 10th. And David Elliott in 11th. Christian DeBoer bringing it home 12th. Chase Johnson's going to bring it home 13th. Justin Rideout 14th. Mike Rominger, unsure of his issues tonight, but he definitely had some. Is going to bring it home 15th. And due to a blown motor, Jacob Manning is going to bring it home 16th.
Oh, tough break for. Oh, man. You know, that hurts me. I do.
Yeah, I hate that for anybody, man. He was strong all night, too.
Yes.
Qualified 3rd. Just bad luck.
Oh, man. Well, congratulations goes to David Weishart here tonight. He is going to win it here for CoTA Circuit of the Americas for the Rick Motec Cup Series. And again, a big shout out here to our admins, Ed Morris and Sean Kokorin here tonight for the Cup Series. A big shout out to, of course, Frank Rico and the team over there at Rick Motec. Big shout out to all of y'all. A big shout out to Rick Jonathan for putting on an awesome league over here at Extreme. A big shout out to all the fans out there that tune in, no matter what race it is. Thank you all for that. And of course, James Shane Wolf joining us here tonight again for the Cup Series. James, I mean, road course racing spread out, but yet we still didn't know what was going to happen.
Oh yeah, it was anybody's game, that's for sure. David did an awesome job tonight. So did GT. Everybody did a good job tonight. We didn't really see too many incidents. But yeah, like you said, man, it got spread out there about halfway through. But it was still up in the air until the final lap.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we have only got 2 more races left. From the ARCA to the Cup. That's going to decide the each series champion and, of course, series champion and then the overall championship. But stay tuned. We will be back here at Extreme right here on MaxSpeedTV Monday night. You don't want to miss it. 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. Oh, that is going to be interesting, folks. Stay tuned for that. Until then, we're done. Stay safe. Thank you all, and have a good night.